Salvador debian wahse de persona na pinse yarjam karanne.
Good afternoon and welcome back to another Sri Lanka vlog. It's the last few days that I'm spending in the country before flying home on Monday. So yeah, this has been a long 5 weeks that I spent here. Well, it's really flown by. Like, it literally feels like yesterday that I just landed, but wow, what a trip, what a journey. Seen lots, spent lots of time with family, got to attend the wedding, which was a big highlight. Staying here at the old family home, my grandparents' house. Got the driveway gate up here. We have a caretaker that's been taking care of the place while no one's been living permanently. My grandmother lived here until very recently. Lush garden. Even in the inside of the house, it has seen better days. My dad, myself, we've just been staying here. Of different plants, vegetation, of course, bananas, many different types, many that I don't know. Cinnamon. Some washing. And back of the house, water tank up there. The main source of water here is indeed the well. I've been having washers out of this. Just got a bucket, go down the well, and that's how you get water, that's how you bathe. There's an old bathtub. This is a fairly new construction. You have the shower that's been put up there, connected to the tank, pumped up from the well. You can in fact open that and have a nice high pressure shower. This is indeed a noodles shower head, very important. Storage in the back. Bananas, and in here is the old toilet. Yes, the dunny. Just walking around the neighbourhood. There's flags out everywhere. Today is the Feast of Saint Sebastian. So they're going to have a large procession through here, going towards the church in a few hours. And this here is the local church. By the look of things, they're currently getting ready. I'll be going in a few hours. I will get to witness the procession and then go to mass in the church. Feels quite surreal just walking around the neighborhood here, knowing my dad's side of the family has such deep roots here. Like, just walk past, like, yeah, here's my grandmother's house where she grew up, my dad's house. It's quite surreal because I was born and raised in Australia, where really there's no family history there. And now it's just, here I am. Like, it just feels strange walking around in a place where it's like I can sort of think back that we have history here. Back home, just did a bit of a pre-inspection walk around the neighbourhood. All the flags and icons are up. That's one interesting thing I've noticed since coming to Sri Lanka, is people really love their icons here. And it's not just a Buddhist thing, because of course you see flags, icons and statues of the Buddha, Sri Lanka being a predominantly Buddhist country. But it's just interesting seeing, like, even where I am right now, which is a predominantly Christian, Catholic area. They have, of course, a lot of icons as well of Mary, the saints. It's very interesting, which is of course not unique to Sri Lanka, but the style of religious worship here, it's interesting seeing, like, Buddhists and Christians, how certain cultural elements here seem to blend across religions. Like, which like creates a very unique way of worship. So in a few hours we'll really get to see that with the procession coming through. It's just very interesting how certain cultural elements blend across religions, and how, like, where we live now, like, it's a predominantly Christian area, but there's still Buddha statues and, like, people of different faiths living side by side. It makes for a very interesting dynamic, so I thought I would point that out.
Ellen, March Mummy, yeah. Stanley, Hugh, Alex, Mervyn, Marian. Right.
Subhadasana, good morning. It's a brand new day, the morning after Saint Sebastian feast. I went to the mass and then got to experience the procession, which was a beautiful experience. I've never seen anything quite like it. I was born and raised in Australia, grew up Catholic, but we've never really had anything quite like that.
හැපෙන්න පුළුවන්කම තිබුණත් දෙවියන් වහන්සේගේ සිහිනය කොටෙහිසා ජීවත් වන ශුද්ධවන්තයෙක් තමයි ශුද්ධ සෙබස්තියන් මුනිතුමා කියලා කියන්නේ. අපේ ප්‍රේමන්තේ අපේ ජීවිතවලින් අපි ඇහුවොත් අද අපේ ජීවිතවල මේ කීකුරුකම තිබෙනවද? අද මේ ලෝකයේ තුල ආදර ප්‍රේමන්තේ අපි හැමෝටම ඕන විදිහට අද අපිට පව් කරන්නට පුළුවන්. අද අපි හැමෝගෙම හෘද සාක්ෂි සමහර වෙලාවට කට වහලායි තිබෙන්නේ. හෘද සාක්ෂියට කතා කරන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. අපිට ඕන ජීවිතවල ජීවත් වෙනවා. අද අපේ සමාජය තුළ බොරු දිනසිවරු විවිධ තැන්වල මේ රෝගී කියන දේ උරුප්පවා ගනිමින් දෙවියන් වහන්සේට වඩා මේ රෝගී විශාලයි කියලා අපගේ මනසට දාලා අද අපි සමහර විට අතරමං විච්ච ජනතාවක් බවට පත් වෙලා තිබෙනවා. අපේ කියන්නේ අපි හැමදාම සතුටින් ජීවත් වෙන ජීවිතයක් තුළ නෙමෙයි අපි ගමන් කරන්නට ඕනේ. ඒකයි හැම දේවස්ථානයකම කුරුසයක් ඉස්සරහින් සදාම් කරලා තිබෙන්නේ. කුරුසය කියලා කියන්නේ
The way they engage with the faith here is very different to how I grew up, and it's honestly very inspiring. I would say, yeah, beautiful to experience and very inspiring. The whole local community here took part. As you can see, I'm walking through. A lot of work went into putting all the flags and putting these lights up as well. That's for the night when they had the procession walking through, carrying that heavy float. I helped with that a bit, and wow, let me tell you, that's a whole gym workout in and of itself. Getting to experience local culture here, everyone is just very proud of their culture. Sri Lanka is very diverse religiously. I mean, it's a majority Buddhist country, around 70%, and followed by Hindu, Christian and Muslim minorities. No matter what community you're in, faith plays an integral part of day-to-day life, as you could see how the whole community comes together. The fishman behind me. Malu, malu, malu. Fish. Malu, malu, malu. So yeah, faith plays an integral part of the local community here. It's integrated into everyday life. It is a part of life. And it doesn't matter what religion you're in here, like Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, faith is an integral part of the way of life. Growing up in the West, I didn't experience anything like this. For me, religion was one of those things, oh yeah, you just go to church on Sunday occasionally, but it didn't really, honestly, it didn't really mean much. But experiencing this, like, people are devout, people are just, it's
a core part of their life. Like I can really see it. Like, if I were to have grown up in a community like this, I would be, yeah, life would be quite different. So it's very much just very much inspiring to see that. You've got different religions, different faiths living right next to each other. Christianity and mainly Catholicism is a minority religion here in Sri Lanka, around 7-8%, but most of them live along the western coast. So yeah, going down to where we are now. But at the same time, you've got Christians, Buddhists, and people of different faiths living right next to each other. Like yesterday when we were walking through with the procession, there were Buddhist monks there handing out food and drink, supporting the local community, and it was just, yeah, that was really eye-opening because you just don't hear about these things much. Like around the world, you always hear all the negative things, people with different beliefs, different faiths, like fighting each other over religion, like. And that was another reason why I was so skeptical. Like you hear always in the news, like this group targets that group based on their, religion and all this, like all these bad things happening around the world, which I don't want to try to minimize. But at the same time, you don't hear much about the good things. Like yesterday I saw people of different faiths coming together, showing their support. I'm not saying Sri Lanka's perfect. Sri Lanka's had a lot of problems as well. They had a bloody civil war. I'm not going to go into a history lesson, all the specifics. They've had several terrorist incidents as well, which I'm not going to say it's all perfect and sunshine and rainbows. Unfortunately, there's good and bad everywhere, as much as you might only want the good. As you can see, a big Buddha statue right there. It's a predominantly Christian area, but there are Buddhists living alongside the Christian community here. And yeah, monks came out in show of support, giving food and drinks. You see Buddha statues. Still right now where we are at, this is where the procession was walking through. So yeah, last night we were carrying the float in the procession. Walked right next to the Buddha statue. There's Buddhist monks there showing their support for the local community, for the procession. And yeah, even now you've got on loudspeaker, you've got morning masses going on right now, and you've got it being loudly broadcasted throughout the entire neighborhood. Today's Sunday morning. The mass is currently going on, and you can hear it's very loudly being broadcasted over loudspeaker for the entire neighborhood to hear. Like from my grandmother's house, you can hear it very clearly. And you've got places in Europe where members of a certain community complain about church bells, and then local councils say, "Oh, you can't ring the church bells." Like, it's ridiculous. Like, here, faith is an integral part of daily life. People are proud of their culture, and it's just so inspiring to see because, say, in the West, people have largely lost that. I can speak specifically from an Australian perspective, given that's where I was born and raised. But yeah, in Australia, there's currently the whole debate going on around Australia Day. Why should you not be allowed to celebrate? Like, initially the whole question was about whether we should change the date or not. Now the whole thing is, people want to abolish Australia Day. It's like, I don't want to discuss all these heavily politicized issues right now, but say after the Bondi tragedy, Australia needs unity more than ever. And I would argue we really need a national day. We need something that allows people of different faiths, different backgrounds to come together. And seeing that here was just so inspiring. I'm like, that's exactly what Australia needs. People, different backgrounds coming together.
Devi Swamini Abage Jeevitha Padaru Apopaveta Ginavenu Uvahanse Prasanameva Karunavin Pidigatamanana Apupudaname Yagi Apada Galavi Malabina Margya Bhavase Sama Apada Labeva Amen. Samadan Vahanse Uba Samaga Vanasekwa.
the reason I'm talking about all this right now is because in the West there's all this constant debate going on about whether or not people should be allowed to be proud of who they are, be proud of their culture, their religion, their identity. Like, there's all this debate going on, particularly in Europe and Australia by extension. And I come to a place like this and it's like, that's just the default. That's just how things are. Everyone is proud of who they are, proud of their culture. And as a result, community, family is strong. In the West, that's largely been destroyed, and I can clearly see now what's gone wrong in the West, why things are the way they are. And again, I'm not here to paint this black and white picture, say it's all perfect, it's like a paradise here and it's so bad over there. No, look, I love Australia. I'm flying out in a few days. I'm happy to be going home. That is my home. It's where I feel most comfortable. So I am very happy to be going home. Although this also forms an important part of who I am, and I definitely look forward to coming back on my next visit, hopefully with better comprehension of Sinhala. Walking along the road where the procession went towards the end. Didn't quite follow it all the way. Towards the end, we turned onto a side street that led us back home. So I didn't get to see the last part where they brought the float back to the church. Just been following where all the flags have been taking me. Ends right up here, so they probably came here and turned around as they were doing when I was with the float. But as you can see right at the corner there, shrine to the Buddha, as you will see all across the country. You can still hear the loudspeaker down the street broadcasting the sermon in the background. So that's just an example, like Buddhists and Christians in this area live side by side, no issue. It's the afternoon now. Back at the house, everything's quieted down in the neighborhood. It's going to be my last night spending here on this trip to Sri Lanka. It's just absolutely flown, blink of an eye. It feels like yesterday that I landed, but spent a good 5 weeks here. The last week has just been more slow, relaxed, just been going around the neighborhood here, spending time with family, and just really taking time processing everything. We had the church feast last night, which was an amazing experience. And just now I've gone through all my stuff, pretty much all packed, ready to go for tomorrow. So I've got this room on the side here. This is actually my grandmother's old room that she stayed in until she moved out a while back. Mosquito net, as usual. Yeah, a double bed, it's where I've been staying. Everything's pretty much packed for the trip tomorrow. Got the suit on top here, all my clothes, and everything else is just underneath. And yeah, a little desk, got my laptop set up, can put the fan on. There's no AC here, so fans very much necessary, being in a tropical climate. And yeah, then just view out into the garden. As you can see, it's pretty empty. There's not much furniture left. A lot of it has already been moved out. Shrine in the corner. And TV. And old photographs. This here's my grandfather, who I never met. He passed away before I was born. And this, believe it or not, is me. That's me, a few years of age. Fun fact, believe it or not, I was born with blonde hair. That's right. Who's this guy? Just a few things left here. Storage. And then in here we have the bathroom. Very basic, just a sink. It does need a bit of work in here. The refill occasionally overflows, so we sometimes have to turn the water off, but apart from that, it mostly works. Yeah, shower. Don't really use the inside shower for showering, mainly actually use the well outside, and there's an outdoor shower. How to have a shower, Sri Lankan village style. In terms of washing yourself from the well or the shower here, it's the exact same water because, as you might notice, there's a pipe going right down there, up here, and around here. There's a tap here, well water, and there's a shower. So this essentially is well water. It's stored up on top of the roof. That concrete tub up there is like similar to this tub here, but on the roof there's a pump inside, which you can turn on, pumps water up there, fills up, and yeah, because it's on the roof, excellent pressure when you open the shower head here. Last time I was here, there was also a shower over here. I remember when I was really young, we used to have a bath in here, but it hasn't been used in a while. So yeah, I mean, there's a bathroom inside now. There's a normal toilet, shower inside, but it's much more fun to have a shower out here, get a cool breeze. And yeah, I like to use a few buckets from the well because the water down here, the groundwater, it's much cooler. So it's great to cool off after a warm day, which is every day here in the tropics. You also might notice that there's these notches around here. This is in fact to climb down into the well, because don't just leave it like this. Occasionally it is necessary to go down and clean it. I can't even see the bottom there. It's very deep. And once again, the music has started up. Always something going on in the neighborhood, very lively. You don't need your own, you've got all the entertainment you need. Beautiful environment all around here. You don't even need to turn on a radio or anything because there's always going to be someone else doing it, playing very loud music. I don't think I showed you inside this cage area before. We've got some bikes and just storage in the back here. Small little cubicle and fairly new washing machine. So yeah, and here we have the kitchen. Used to be an old fireplace here for cooking. Chimney, at the moment, yeah, it's just a gas stove. Under here, the basic pressure pump to pump the water from the well up onto the tank on the roof. Going to be our last night staying here. Tomorrow, basically just chill most of the day, and then afternoon, evening, go to the airport and fly back home to Australia. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you all enjoyed this series. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a like, and I'll see you all in the next one. Onwards and upwards.